Have you ever heard someone say something and it just sounds, well, a little bit off? You know it's wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on why. Well, today we are going to crack the code on one of the most common little trip-ups in English grammar. Stick around and you'll be hearing it everywhere.
And here it is, the classic, many water. We've all heard it, maybe some of us have even said it. It seems like such a tiny mistake, but this little phrase is actually the key to unlocking a huge concept in English. So let's just treat this as a fun little puzzle that we're about to solve together.
So really, why does our brain immediately go, nope, that's not right? Well, it's not just some random rule you have to memorize out of a dusty old textbook. There's actually a very clear, very logical system behind it, and that's exactly what we're going to break down.
The whole issue, the entire reason many water sounds so weird, it all comes down to one simple fact. English looks at the world and basically divides everything, all the nouns, into two big categories. And once you see this split, I promise, everything else just clicks right into place.
You know, it really is that simple. On one side, you've got things you can point to and count, one by one. One book, two books, three books. Easy. But on the other side, you have stuff that's more like a single mass or an abstract idea. Think water, sand, or even happiness. I mean, you can't have three happinesses, can you? You just have happiness.
Okay, so let's get official for a second and give these two categories their proper names. Getting these definitions down is like getting the keys to the car. This is our toolkit for solving that many water puzzle once and for all.
First up, we've got countable nouns. And the rule here is super simple. If you can put a number in front of it, it's countable. 1 apple, 2 apples. It has a singular form, apple, and you can make it plural, apples. See? Simple enough.
And on the flip side, we have uncountable nouns. Think of these as substances, big concepts, or materials that we just see as one whole thing. You wouldn't say 1 rice, 2 rices, would you? Or I have 1 advice for you. It just sounds strange, because we treat them as a single idea. So they pretty much always just stay in that one singular form.
All right, let's put them side by side. This makes it crystal clear. You can have 3 chairs, but you can't have 3 furniture, because furniture is the big overall concept. You can have many ideas, but nope, not many advices. It all comes down to that one super simple test. Can you stick a number in front of it? If the answer is yes, it's countable. If it's no, it's uncountable. That's it.
Okay, so we've got step 1 down. We know how to spot the type of noun. Now let's move on to step 2, because this is where it gets really practical. It's about choosing the right word to describe the amount of something. These words are called quantifiers, and this is exactly where that many water mistake happens.
And here it is, your ultimate cheat sheet. This little table is gold. Look at that top row. Many and few are only for countable nouns. That's why many water is a no-go. For uncountables like water, you need to use much or little. So you'd say much water. But here's the real magic. Look at the bottom row. Words like a lot of, some, and any are like your secret weapons. They work for both. A lot of apples, a lot of water, both are absolutely perfect.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, but what if I want to count water? What if I'm talking about 2 specific glasses of it? That is a fantastic question. And don't worry, English has a really clever, really simple trick for handling exactly these kinds of tricky situations.
And this right here is the secret. You basically find a container word or a unit word to do the counting for you. See, the uncountable noun itself, like advice or water, it doesn't change. But you can count the units that hold it. You can count the pieces of advice.
Let's just walk through it. Step 1, you pick your uncountable noun. Let's say water. Step 2, you add a unit of measure, like a bottle of. And boom! Step 3, it's now totally countable. You're not counting the water itself. You're counting the bottles. So you can say 2 bottles of water, 3 pieces of information, or a loaf of bread. This little trick is your key to mastering uncountable nouns in any conversation.
So, we started with a confusing little phrase, and now we have a whole clear system. Let's wrap this all up and boil it down into a simple, powerful takeaway that you can start using literally today. This is it. This is your mental checklist. Anytime you're not sure, just run through these 3 steps. First, ask yourself, is it countable or uncountable? An apple or rice? Second, based on that answer, pick the right word from our cheat sheet. Many apples, much rice. And third, if you really need to count something that's uncountable, just pop a unit word in front, like 2 pieces of advice. That's all there is to it. You've officially cracked the code.
All right, so here's my challenge for you. Now that you have this new grammar superpower, I want you to listen carefully today. In conversations you overhear, on TV, in song lyrics, you're going to start noticing these countable and uncountable errors popping up everywhere. And every single time you spot one, it's just going to make that rule even stronger in your own mind. What's the first one you think you'll hear?